All right, I'm gonna try to, as quickly as possible, explain how to go from a factory refresh phone to one that's spoofing GPS locations. Let's do it. First things first, we'll go into settings, and we'll go to GPS mode. There's 3 modes. We want the GPS only mode. We don't want to be using Wi-Fi or our cellular data. Back out of that. Then we'll go into security, and we're gonna scroll down to allow unknown sources to install apps on this phone. We want that checked. And we'll back out of that one. And then if you don't already have developer options opened on your phone, go to About Phone, scroll down to build number, and then just click that multiple times until it says that the developer options have been opened. Back out of that, go into developer options, scroll down, and then click on allow mock locations. Once those 3 settings have been changed, we can back out of that and start installing our first app. Go to the Play Store, and then we're going to search for Super User. And it's this one right here, this Kingo Super User. We're going to install this app. After this installs, we're going to run it, which opens us up to a website, and we're going to download an APK through that. So open. We're going to agree to go to the website to grab that APK download. Scroll down, and then the Kingo Root APK Android version, that green button, click on that one. All right, good. So we can close out of that and then go grab our download and run this APK. So we click next, 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 install. All right, app has been installed. So it usually glitches at this point. So I'm gonna say done, close out of everything, and then I want to close all my apps. At this point, then you can go into the Kingo Root app that you just downloaded and then click on the lock. This roots your phone. This is the easiest way to root your phone that I've found, and it usually hangs about 90%. Don't freak out. You have to be really patient. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 minutes to download all these big files to root your phone, but it will always go from 90 and then just jump to 100% and you're done. So just be patient, hang tight. Okay, if it crashes or doesn't work, it's fine. Just go ahead and start your phone over again, like restart it, and then just go back to the app, the Kingo Root app, open it up, and it'll either say that it's rooted or not rooted. Here it says that the root was successful even though it crashed. That's fine. You're just looking for the green thing that says has root. Okay, cool. Now that you've got that working, we're gonna go back and install a app called Mock Locations. So back to the Play Store. Search for the app called Mock Locations. This one right here. We're going to install this. This is a pretty slick app. It'll let you set waypoint navigation, so you can either do road navigation or walking navigation, so just straight lines between your waypoints, and you can generate a speed and everything, all sorts of crazy cool options with this app. So once that's installed, we don't need to open it yet. Now we're going to go and pull from a browser an APK called Xposed installer. So we'll just go up here, go to Google. We're going to Google search Xposed installer, spelled X-P-O-S-E-D, just like that. It's this person's repo.xposed.info. Open this. Now it's important to know at this point what Android version you have. So this first one is only for Android 5.0 or higher. For the particular phone that I'm working on now, I have Android 4.1. So this second edition is what I need to download. So this right here is what I'm going to grab. All right, that's downloaded, so we're gonna close that out, go to the downloads folder again, and run this APK that we just downloaded. All right, we're gonna open this up. Now, this, when it installs, doesn't install everything you need, so you need to go into your framework, and then we're gonna click OK through this. So we're gonna click that install update button. Yes, we want to allow it. And we're not going to reboot yet because I want to be able to just turn this video off. So I'm going to click cancel, but you can click OK. All right, now that we're rebooted, we're going to go back into Xposed installer to double check to make sure everything got installed properly. Go into framework and looks good. You've got active 5854, bundled 5854. So that all looks good. So we're going to back out of this, and then we go to download, and we're looking specifically for an app called Mock Locations. So we now search here, type in Mock locations. Hide mock locations, excuse me. So that's what it's titled. So I'm going to click on that to run it, and then should scroll over to versions, and then 1.2 is the most new stable version. So we're going to click and download on that, and that will run its deal. So download is successful. Now we're going to install it. Want to install. Once that finishes installing, we're going to open it up, and then we have to select which apps we want to hide our mock locations from. And that's, of course, going to be the Pokemon Go. So make sure that you already have the Pokemon Go app installed at this point so that you can tell it to hide it from that. All right, so now it's opened up into the mock locations app. You need to go back into your Xposed installer and then go to modules, and then you enable the module by clicking select. All right, so now it's active, but we need to reboot the phone again. So I'm gonna reboot the phone one more time. Here we go. So we'll close out of everything and then restart the phone. We'll go into the hide mock locations app. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do is once your phone is rebooted, go back and find the hide mock locations, open that up, because we just granted it access earlier before we rebooted the phone. Now we have this massive list. We have to scroll down and find the Pokemon Go app to hide our spoofed location from. And that's what will allow you to have all the Pokemon and Pokestops show up on the map, because we can spoof the location, but it knows the location is fake, so it doesn't let anything show up. So now we have that, and then you basically just close it. Once that's highlighted, once that's checked, you just close back out. We're gonna just close everything, and then we're going to open up mock locations. And then I'm going to try to deviate and spoof a GPS and make it think I'm somewhere else. And if everything worked properly the way it should have, hey, let's go to Austin. Sounds like a cool place. I like that name, don't you? All right, and we're just gonna drop a pin, I don't know, here in this park. And then we're gonna walk across diagonally to the other corner of the park. So let's just go with that. So we're gonna click the check. And then I would slow this down to, like, if you're gonna be walking around, I'd slow that down to like 12 plus or minus 2 kilometers per hour. Oops. And okay, let's just go. Let's just see if this is working. So right now you can see there's a blue dot, which is it would look like if you were actually there, and it's slowly moving along that black line. Cool, everything's working on this end. Now let's go back to Le Pokemon Go. Oh, looky there. So the mock locations is still running, and we're now on the path, and all the Pokestops are showing up, and everything's working. And then you should be turning left here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab that. Whee! Yep, he'd made his left turn, and everything's working. This was a success. Here we go. Now, of course, you need to do this for scientific purposes only to study Pokemon. Don't do this to cheat the game or anything like that. That's, of course, obnoxious. But I have one more thing that will help you in your Pokemon journey, and I want to show it to you. It is this. I'm calling this the MasterCard. This basically shields the entire screen from your finger so that when you're swiping, when a Pokemon comes up, you can only swipe in a certain direction. It actually works really well, but after I made that, I determined that when you do the curveballs, you get more XP and you have a better chance of catching Pokemon. So I'm currently in development of a curveball. This is 3D printed, of course. Why else would I be even doing this video if not to show you that I can 3D print this stuff? So I'm gonna have those files on Thingiverse. Hopefully I'll get the curveball MasterCard thing out as well. And maybe, I don't know, if I'm getting crazy, I'll make an entire like Pokedex cover, and this cover that actually, you know, goes over the phone screen will have like a slot for these different cards you can drop down and then have a better chance of catching Pokemon. So that is, in a nutshell, how you quickly get Pokemon Go if you're not in a country or whatever that allows you to run the game locally, or if you just want to be super lazy and sit on your butt and explore the world, you can do that as well. All right, thanks for watching.